You look at the job he's doing with this team. They're on a 10-game road trip. A big winner last night against the Orioles as well, and so many cool plays, Chris. I mean, I have a list of them. I know you have a list of them.
If you've been to Costco, they have those free samples, and you get near the cash register, and there's one of the last free samples is for your heart. I'm taking the heart medication every day when I'm watching this team, Paul. I mean, it's just the up and down roller coaster ride of this team. I'm going to say this. There's so many, that game we could break down so much, but I want to start with Logan Gilbert, because here's a guy that comes out of the gates, and how many pitches in that first inning?
31.
31 pitches in the first inning, so you're like, there's no way Logan Gilbert gets past 4 innings.
Right.
So for him to gut it out last night, because they honestly went into this game, Paul, and didn't have a full bullpen. You knew last night that you couldn't use really Matt Brash. It would have been interesting to see if Matt Brash actually would have came out later in that game. Munoz was out, so the bullpen was limited. So you needed innings from Logan Gilbert. He digs a hole. He grinds in there, retired the last 13 batters he faced. That was huge to help set the tone in this game.
Yeah, it also kills him that he struggles early, because he's a guy who likes to eat up a lot of innings, likes to throw over 200 innings a year. And, manager Dan Wilson was very appreciative of the effort out there, not only from his pitchers, but from a lot of his young guys. He credits the team and reliever Nick Davila for a gutsy performance in the 10th.
The pop-up was huge. I don't think we draw it up for, by hitting the first guy in the lineup. But, the pop-up was huge. I thought Wiz's play was outstanding. To come across the line like that and make a great throw, and Garv, great tag. And then, to get O'Neill there. I thought the key to that at-bat was getting ahead 0-2. And he was able to go to work after that. So, just another great job by Nick. And, welcome back. All around, up and down, great win. And Nick, to be able to slam the door there in the 10th to get us the W is huge. After a red-eye flight, that's not an easy thing to do. So good job up and down, and a great win.
He's right, man. After any red-eye flight I'm on, Chris, I just want to go to bed wherever I'm landing. But Nick Davila takes a red-eye, gets out to the East Coast, and he picks up his first ever Major League save. And one of the things they like about Davila, who, by the way, has a very understanding girlfriend, because they were supposed to celebrate their anniversary that night. But he's like, honey, I got to catch a plane. I'll see you when I get back. But what a Major League career this guy's off to if he can continue to build reps in the Major League level.
Well, it starts up here, your mentality as a pitcher, because it's not easy being a pitcher. It's not easy coming out of the bullpen. And Nick was phenomenal with the Mariners, and all of a sudden they had to make some moves, get sent down to Tacoma. He's got to be wondering, what, I did everything I could with this Mariners team, get sent down to Tacoma on a red eye, helps his team get a big win, also sets the tone for Game 3 of this series. Now you have Bizzardo, Brash, and Munoz, some high-quality arms of that bullpen. They'll be ready to go because they had a day off. So that was key. There's a lot of people out there questioning us on social media. Egan, Andres Munoz shouldn't be the closer anymore. I said, settle down, everybody. Just let them kind of bear in. People tell me Ferrer needs to be the closer. I think Ferrer told us last night it's not an easy job. Comes out there, and was a little shaky at best.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, they play so many games, and it was nice that Munoz got to have the night off. But again, it's just a reminder that Ferrer is not the answer either. Right now, it's by committee, and they got to find out who hits that role. And really, it's up there. It's like, no one wants to see Matt Brash be the closer. They're not sure who they want to use. We want Munoz to snap out of it, but he's not quite there yet. We talk about the offense and some of the guys. How about the defense last night, Chris? Ryan Bliss gets called up to fill in. All of a sudden, he's getting clutch outs. He's making a great play here. Patrick Wisdom heads up play or two at third base. I mean, these guys are stepping up.
Ryan Bliss made 2 incredible defensive plays. Thank goodness for the challenge system, by the way. It went in favor of the Mariners in this game, too. I used to say tennis had the ultimate challenge system. Now I think baseball has the best challenge system of all time. But the plays that Bliss made, and we can't say it enough about this team, and Mitch Garver said it after the game, Paul. He said, you know what? You're looking out there, all of a sudden you got Cole Young at shortstop, Ryan Bliss at second base, Patrick Wisdom at third. This is not the defense they're used to seeing, but guys are coming out, they're doing their job, and they're stepping up, and that's what makes a championship team. We saw it right here last season, Paul. Guys like Tai Okada coming up, stepping up, playing like a champion, and we're seeing that right from the Mariners. Ryan Bliss, absolutely amazing. And Randy Arozarena. For anybody that wants to jump out there and bash Randy Arozarena for his defensive play and left field, find the exit and head out the door. Because this is the MVP, Paul. This is the MVP of this team. Randy Arozarena. We can't say it enough. Bring my audio down. It just boils me up when people start taking shots at Randy.
Listen.
He's the MVP.
Write that down. Somebody write that down.
My God, what else is this guy going to do, Paul?
I think Chris had Ryan Sloan winning the Cy Young as well. So
what else is this guy going to do?
Listen,
all he does is
Arozarena had 3 hits last night. He's hitting .299.
3 hits. He had a home run, Paul.
Yeah, this guy, honestly, offensively, that's what everybody wants to talk about. Not so much defensively. He had that little defensive hiccup, but he's making people forget about that for sure.
I won't even think about it.
All right.
A 2-run home run. And, Paul, you ready for another one? I know everybody's taking their shots at Mitch Garver. Mitch Garver, pretty good. Yeah. How about this? Since Cal Raleigh landed on the IL, Mitch Garver, Johnny Pereda, they've combined for 5 home runs, a 793 OPS in 23 games.
Yeah.
Insane.
And
Cypress Hill, our producer Joel Knipp loves Cypress Hill. Insane in the membrane. That's what that is. Johnny Pereda, Mitch Garver, 793 OPS.
I don't even know. This sunshine has come out, and Chris has lost his mind over here at the VMAC. We've got to get back to football soon. Yeah. But I will tell you this. When you talked about Logan Gilbert, pitchers have to have that right mentality. He struggled in the first inning last night. He had 31 pitches just in that inning alone, but Dan Wilson appreciated the fact that he dug deep and was able to go 6 and only give up 1 run.
I thought Logan, a rough first 2 innings in terms of pitch count, but to limit them to 1 run, I think is an incredible job, and then to be able to get through 6 innings was phenomenal. A great job on his part. I can't say enough about what Garv did for him tonight behind the plate. Again, the 3-run homer, obviously huge, but what he did for Logan tonight, what he did for all our guys tonight, a couple of really key challenges again tonight from Garv that flipped counts. Really an incredible ball game for him, and a couple of tag plays at home. Just an all-around outstanding ball game for Garv. Gave us a chance to win tonight.
He calls him Garv. I'm just going to continue to call him Mitch Garver for now. And it's coming, Paul. Cal Raleigh's coming up soon. 2 home runs in Tacoma last night, a grand slam, a 2-run shot. I think he took out a changeup. I think got a changeup. Took a Erasmo Ramirez, by the way.
Yeah, remember that name?
Used to pitch for the Mariners. Cal Raleigh with a home run against him in the first inning. Took it out to Tightwad Hill out there in right field where people that didn't want to pay for seats would just sit on the banks of Foss High School. He's coming back. I think more than likely, here's the grand slam. The place went wild down there. Place was packed. I love it. He's coming back. I think, I hate to say this, Johnny Pereda at this point, he's a great insurance catcher to have. I think he heads back to Tacoma. Mitch Garver has proven he needs to stay with the club right now. And it's a long season. Catchers can get banged up. To have Johnny Pereda happy, healthy, hopefully he'll be making that major league money down in Tacoma. But I think that's the move you have to make with maybe a tight leash on Ref Snyder. But Donovan's coming back soon as well. So that's my thoughts. I don't know what's going to happen. That's where I'm thinking it goes.
Well, that seems to be the discussion, is what you do at catcher when Cal comes back. And Pereda has played well, but he's a younger guy. Garver's at 35 years old, veteran guy. They both seem to work well with the pitchers as well. So lots of good things happening with this Mariners team as they wrap up their series with the Orioles tomorrow. They've got 2 left there in Baltimore before they head to D.C. to take on the Nationals for the weekend.